Joined now by defender John Gallagher, who obviously was the club's 2023 All-Star selection yesterday. Co-leader among all MLS defenders in goals. Go ahead and start us off. Whoever wants to take it away.
On top of the world right now?
Yeah, I don't think it's really hit me yet. Just trying to soak it in as much as I can. It's been pretty surreal, and definitely feeling the love from teammates and the fans.
What was that moment like in the locker room when they told you?
I was in the shower, and then people were like, "You got to come out," and I was like, "Why?" They're like, "Oh, I think Diego said something to like try to convince me." And he told a little lie, and I was sitting out in my towel, and then pre-court obviously let me know, and just as I said, surreal moment, and definitely felt all the love from my teammates.
Does it mean more to you that you were voted in?
I actually just found out that this morning. The guys were telling me, so it's pretty special.
What would junior year at Notre Dame John tell current John right now?
Good job. way to aim high, and obviously work pretty hard to get to your goal.
What would current John say to junior year John?
Keep believing, and don't sell yourself short.
Why do you think it's important to write down goals for younger players, or just people in general, to visualize and make it happen and keep chasing?
Yeah, I actually worked with a sports psychologist back then, and it was he works with the Seattle Mariners, Darren McMahon's. So obviously, I owe a lot of credit to him. I did a lot of one-on-one sessions with him, and kind of said, I want to be a pro, and he's like gave me the steps, and he said writing down goals is a good way when you can physically write it down and try to visualize it.
John, I remember you mentioned when you were telling us that story that some of your teammates in Notre Dame were kind of rolling their eyes at you when you did that. Have you heard from any of those guys?
They're all saying that they didn't now. Now they're trying to get on my good side.
How much just work you put in, that aside from here over the last 18 months with the position change, how much work have you put in that just hasn't been seen by other people?
Yeah, a massive amount. I mean, it started pretty much after that Sporting Kansas game where I played my first game at fullback. I had an entire off season to work hard physically. I had to, put on some muscle, and I watched a lot of YouTube videos of fullbacks, and I did the same this off season again. I was here at this facility working pretty much 6 days a week, sometimes in the morning, coming back in the afternoon, and I really put in a lot of work when nobody was watching. So it's been gratifying to kind of get the rewards.
You said you had some workout buddies while you were here in the off season when no one was watching. Who was with you?
There was a lot. We had a big crew. I don't want to leave anyone off the list, but off the top of my head, Ethan, Julio, Brad, Hector. We had a lot of guys that kind of have family in and around. Kids are still in school, so we were here and weren't able to go away on vacation.
Speaking of Brad, how much pride do you and your teammates take in him being nominated again for Humanitarian of the Year? Why is that special to this organization?
I mean, Brad's just a really good human. I love having him in the locker room. The guys do. We take to him really well. He's off the field. He's just an incredible guy, and he deserves it.
John, you obviously stepped up in a big way when this team was going through some struggles, and some of the players that you would expect to be doing the brunt of the scoring were struggling. Now it seems like the script is flipping a little bit, and you are getting some of those forwards and those wingers engaged in scoring the goals. And I don't think it's a coincidence that of the six, you didn't get to add to your tally. Yeah. Is that something that you're think is maybe for the best, that the team is actually stronger when you guys are filling the role, and you don't necessarily have to be carrying a goal scoring load?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to put it. Obviously, we've had slight changes in formations and different strategies. Early in the season, I was kind of pushing up high, and now I'm kind of similar to last year, focus more on my defensive responsibilities. But look, as long as the team's winning, I have fun watching those guys. Diego and Seba do their work in front of me, and as long as they can keep scoring, keep them happy, I think we're all happy.
For you in Miami, how do you take what you guys accomplished this past week and take it on the road?
Yeah, MLS is so unique. 2-3 weeks ago we're down in the dumps, and now 2 wins back to back, and we're right in and amongst the mix. So again, just taking that momentum and taking it forward into this weekend, hopefully another road win.
So what excites you more about the All-Star game? Just the prospect of being able to feed MLS teammates or being able to challenge yourself against Arsenal players?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's against Arsenal would be amazing. I can't wait to get there. I'm really excited. It's something that I've worked so hard to get to, and yeah, I'm just going to try to take it all in and enjoy the process.
Have you heard anything at all from Irish national team? Maybe invite to any kind of camp at all? I know they're loaded defensively, but any conversation with them?
I mean, a year ago or so, I heard that they've been watching, but nothing concrete. Yeah, and it's obviously be a goal of mine and a dream to represent my country. But we'll see. I just have to keep performing on the field and let that do the talking.
You were scoring goals when you're on the right, and you said that you feel more confident on that side. But now that you move over to the left, especially the last 2 games, it seems like there's some of the same synergy we saw last year amongst you, Diego, and Driussi on the left-hand side. Are you guys talking about that, feeling it?
Yeah, I mean, the coach wants me to fulfill a certain responsibility on the field, and when I'm playing on the left, it's a bit more focused on my defensive responsibility. So, I mean, I was pretty happy to get 2 clean sheets back to back. When I was playing on the right, I was given license to get forward a bit more, arrive in the box, which was great. But similar to last year, if I can provide Diego and Seba that platform to go perform, then I'm happy.
Anything else for Johnny?
All right. Thanks, John.
Congrats.